Good morning. If this is your first time here or tuning in online, thank you for joining us. You can be emailed our weekly newsletter, including the link to the order of service and Sunday live stream, every week if you fill out one of our connections forms. They are on the welcome table outside of the sanctuary and available through a link in the video description and in the order of service. For our first special announcement, I would like to invite Dolores Perez-Hilbron and David Hilbron.
Good morning, everybody. We are feeling very enthusiastic today. We have the latest updates on the pledge effort for our next fiscal year, thanks to all of you who have pledged in the last week. Dave has the news.
Good morning. I first want to say that the past 2 weeks have been a bit distracting with the bank failure news, but now stability seems to be returning. We are happy to report that 100 of our households have sent in pledges, bringing the total up to $375,000, or 50% of the way to our goal. We wish to acknowledge that the pledges are also from visitors and friends, not just members. So, special thanks again.
We believe that's wonderful progress at this point. And to those of you who have not had the opportunity yet to make your pledge, if you are wondering whether we need your pledge, let's be clear, we do. We'd like to be in touch with you too, especially if you have any questions or concerns about this effort. Please leave a message for the Stewardship Committee or Vanessa or Eunice. Your ideas and commitment are most interesting and important to us.
Today, we'd like to invite all of you to join us at the coffee hour in a little celebration to show several things. First, our gratitude to all our loyal members, to welcome our new members, and to say a huge thank you to staff member Joe Chapot, who is transitioning after faithfully serving our society for 8 years. We will miss you, Joe. He will be present to hear our appreciation for his work. Oh, and please come to the table and pledge today if you have not already, or put your pledge in the plate as it passes today. Thank you.
Now we're going to talk about the banners. We appreciate your help in brainstorming words and the design choices for our banners. We especially want to thank Sarah Ellerman for her wise counsel on the final banners that will be shown here in a minute. As you have already heard, they will hang at the western corner where Gary Boulevard splits as you approach the church building, either walking or driving towards Franklin Street. And now we are ready to roll out the designs. Da-da-da-dum, da-dum.
Blue sky, whoops. Okay. Yeah, you can see the rainbow. Yeah. That's really nice. Just to add a comment, it was mentioned Star King Way banners. Star King is where Geary splits the South Branch, becomes Star King for a block before it becomes O'Farrell. So it's actually right on that corner. In the final design, we reduced the number of words in order to reduce the number of accidents we may cause by people seeing them. The words on top of the second banner, I wish we still had the picture, are drawn largely from our mission vision statement, aspirational words that endeavor to describe us, and the two brief phrases at the bottom which reflect our desired actions and goals. The chalice was redone by Jonathan Silk that shows a rainbow circle around it. That is an invitation to LGBTQI friends and neighbors that they are welcome here. And the banners are being printed as we speak and should be ready to hang within 2 weeks' time.
So, the banners help to proclaim our identity to all passing by. Thank you again for your pledge contributions to this institution and what it stands for, as the banners clearly show. See you at the coffee hour.
Next, I would like to invite Joe Chapot forward.
I am a sensitive boy. I've often said I can fill dead air, and I'm somewhat lost for words coming up here today. I have a few things to share, but for those who, just to be clear, don't know, I've been working here for a long time, and this is my last day. And working here was a literal dream come true. I always wanted to work for my church, and I was given the opportunity first to create a young adult program, and then to basically get a bucket and then to just put responsibilities into it, because someone had to buy paper, and Vanessa's paid way too much to be concern herself with that. But I feel like these last several years, I've been part of transforming this community, and helping it run like a real modern kind of place. And it I want to leave things better as I found them, and I really feel like this place is on the right track, that I have no hesitancy in inviting anyone to be a member here. It's not perfect, okay? It's still gonna have challenges, but I know that we have the systems and structures and the culture in place that's okay, we can deal with the challenges as they come up. And there's nothing that makes me feel more safe and secure than a community like that. So thank you all for doing the work these last several years with me to just make this, this is a flagship Unitarian Universalist congregation, and it's really starting to feel like one these days. So, yeah. Second, just to be clear, I'm going to keep serving the movement, okay? I'm called to share this beautiful community with the world, and I'm going to figure out a way to keep doing that. beyond these walls. And in a way, I already do. For those who don't know, I started a global young adult community while I was here, and I hope to start more projects too. Now, let me be clear. I'm not moving. Okay, I'm a fourth generation San Franciscan. I am firmly rooted here, and this is my home church that I've been part of for over 20 years now. I am going to take a much-needed break from Sundays, okay? I am looking forward to having my weekends back. And I'm leaving you one Jayanti, who's worth at least probably 1.5 of me, so you guys will be good. I don't know, I think she's in the room right now. Wherever you are, baby. I love you. And, these last couple of weeks, people have been coming up to me and saying all the time, thank you for being that friendly first face that I met. And that is exactly the kind of person I wanted to be here. I wanted to be that just pure, like, hey, welcome, come on in. You found a home you can try out and maybe be a part of. And, any of you can do that, is the reality. I'm really practiced, okay? I'm like a professional. I worked nightlife for years, too, before I worked here. Very, very trained at welcoming folks, but anyone here can do it. And I think in that UU way, what I really would say, it's just two things. You got to be a little vulnerable and just a whole lot of loving to anyone who walks through these doors. Now, that doesn't mean put yourself in danger, okay? Use your intuition. But if someone's walking in here, we want to give them, this is what we do, right? As Unitarian Universalists, we love them as much as we would love anyone else in this room. And if you take that on and you treat everyone who walks through those doors that way, you will all be Joe Chapot for someone else. So it's been a total ride. I'm so excited to come back next calendar year as a member, as just another one of you. You will probably find me back at the front, desk welcoming folks, because that's what I'd love to do here. Thank you to, first, thanks to my dad who brought me to this church over 20 years ago. He passed away several years. I still think about him and this space to his day. In fact, I was going through old files last night of his, and there was stuff about church that I came across. Thank you to the staff. I'm in my 30s, working with a staff that's 20 years older than me. It's a challenge, but I feel like I was accelerated. Hey, this is the truth, but I got this accelerated wisdom and guidance constantly. And to all the leaders I've worked with as well, God, I've learned a lot from you all. And of course to Jayanti, my rock. So I love you all, and I'll see you soon enough. Thank you.
There will be, as mentioned, time for celebration of Joe, among other things, after the service. And I would like to say, on behalf of the young adults here at UUSF, a heartfelt thank you. Joe, 8 years ago, was that friendly first face to me, and I'm not sure if I would be here involved in all the ways that I am if not for Joe welcoming me in, introducing me to the young adult community that they had already started to cultivate just a few months into their job, and inviting me to all of the events that they were organizing. There are many more announcements in the order of service, and I would like to draw attention to a few. So Minister Emeritus John Burens has an upcoming class series called Ups and Downs for UUs in San Francisco. Sign-ups are open for our community Passover Seder, which is on April 7th. We will hold another White Allies meeting this Thursday at 6 p.m. in the Fireside Room in person. And next Saturday, April 1st, the Faithful Fools will have their 25th anniversary. This is an outreach ministry that our congregation has long supported. And if you want to attend in person for singing, dance, and a little bit of clowning, reservations are required for capacity reasons. Yes, and Carmen will be in the breezeway with tickets. Finally, our offering today will benefit the Center for Farm Worker Families. They are currently helping the absolutely devastated community of Pajaro down in Monterey County, which flooded a few weeks ago after a levee broke in one of the storms. And while we do not usually do special collections during the month of our pledge drive, we feel called to support this extraordinarily vulnerable community in this time of immense need. With all that said, please join me in our unison chalice lighting. The words are in your order of service. We light this chalice for the light of truth, the warmth of love, and the fire of commitment. We light this symbol of our faith as we gather together.